with you on 433 and 330 meters medium wave, frequencies of 693 and 909 kilohertz. It's time for the Omnibus edition of Waggoners Walk. At lunchtime last Saturday, Peter Tyson finally found an opportunity to tell his father that he and Liz had decided to go ahead with the extension of Minden Road, but Arthur's reaction was quite unexpected.
Oh, no.
Oh, no? What do you mean, oh, no? I thought that's what you wanted. Your own quarters at Minden Road.
Why couldn't you have told me before?
Well, I've been trying to, Father, but every time I started to say anything about it, you pushed off smartly.
Oh, dear, oh, dear.
You don't want to go on living here, then?
Oh, it's not that, Peter. It's just that when you get to my age, you begin to weary of life's little jokes.
Jokes? What are you talking about, jokes?
I'll explain. This morning I left this house without a roof over my head.
Well, that's not quite true.
And by lunchtime I find I have not one, but two possible choices of abode.
What, you mean someone else has offered you a place to live?
I do.
Well, I wish you'd told us before.
I didn't know before, Peter.
Father, we're in this extension thing up to our necks now. We've even paid them a deposit.
Well, you always were too hasty, Peter. It was exactly the same when you left Abercrombie's. I mean, it's sheer lunacy to have embarked on this without consulting me, the very person it concerns.
Oh, you're a fine one to talk when it comes to consultation.
What about planning permission? You can't have got that already, surely.
Cuthbertson and Price, the extension people, are seeing to all that. They said there wouldn't be any difficulty.
Oh, dear. Well, it's not my fault. You needn't try to lay the blame at my door.
I'm not laying the blame at anybody's door. I just wish to God I hadn't signed that cheque last week.
Oh.
Goodness, what a solemn pair you are. What on earth's the matter?
Father's found somewhere else to live, Liz.
Oh, but that's marvellous, Arthur. Where?
George Underdown has asked me to move in with him again.
Oh, so you're going back to Cane House after all. I'm sure that's a wise move.
Oh, no, I'm not going back to Cane House.
You're not?
No. George has bought the Nash's house. 1 Waggoner's Walk.
George has?
Where on earth did he find the money to do that?
Oh, he's a canny sort, George. Salts it away on the quiet. I've known that for a long time.
Oh, say, Waggoner's Walk.
And, of course, he got a good bit off. Cliff and Shirley being there, sitting tenants.
Well, yes, but surely you didn't use them to force the price down, not with the Nashes.
Sounds like Jane.
It's all right, I'll go. What's the matter?
I must say that's one thing that will be very nice.
What is?
A little peace and quiet in my old age.
I thought you wanted to be among your family, Father.
There's no need to sound so aggrieved, Peter. I'm very fond of the children. It's just, rather wearing listening to their squabbles.
Are we going to broach that bottle of sherry? You've been clutching it ever since you came in.
Oh, yes, if you like.
I'll pour it.
If you insist. Elizabeth seemed delighted that I should be leaving you so soon.
Now, come on, Father. She was pleased for you.
Well, more than you were, I suppose.
I was concerned about the contract for the extension.
Oh, dear.
You're not getting at each other again, are you? Honestly, you're as bad as a girl.
Oh, do stop going on, Cliff. It'll be all right. We can trust George.
Yeah, well, that's what we said about your mother's money in the first place. Everything was going to be all right then. We can trust George. And what happened? We still haven't seen a penny of it.
He agrees in principle that he's going to make the flat over to us.
Oh, yeah. He agreed in principle. You should have half your mother's money as well. He didn't sign, though, Shirley.
Well, it's only because he wanted to show the document to his solicitor. You can't blame him for that.
He had that flaming pen of his out, but when it came to it, he didn't sign. Like that thumped him one, sure, when I saw him putting it away again.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you didn't. Worth a bit of patience if we get what we want in the end.
Well, if we do.
It's worth a lot, Cliff. A 99-year lease on a flat in this area. I was looking at prices in the Herald yesterday. It's worth an awful lot more than the money we'd have got from Mum's shop.
Yeah, well, we'll earn it, won't we? Chody and to George for 2 years. I tell you, Shirley, if we had your mother's money in our hands now, we'd be out of here and he wouldn't see us for dust.
Yeah, well, we haven't. So stop going on about it. Doesn't get us anywhere.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
George said he thought your agreement was a good idea. He said he'd speak to his solicitor Monday morning. He couldn't say fairer than that.
Saying and doing are two entirely different things.
Cliff.
Sorry.
Pass me those shirts, will you? I'll do those and that'll be the ironing finished.
Here you are.
Did I tell you Maurice Gill was coming round this afternoon? He seemed really choked at work yesterday. I thought after the other evening we ought to do something to cheer him up.
Oh, he's still fed up then, is he?
Yeah. Seemed such a tough bloke when you first meet him. But he must have been really fond of Cressida. And then, of course, well, I know he banked on getting the editor's job.
Oh, yeah.
I met her in the office the other day, Cressida.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Didn't look as if she was suffering much. Mind you, I think it would take a lot to make her suffer. Hard as nails she looked to me.
Coming.
Hi.
Oh, hello. Place is an awful tip, I'm afraid. I only just got up.
Doesn't matter. Oh. Yes, well, I see what you mean.
I wasn't expecting visitors.
No, well, I thought you might need a bit of comforting company.
I do. I've been lying in bed feeling miserable all morning.
Oh, well, you shouldn't. It's not good for you.
I know. Oh, I just can't be bothered to do anything somehow.
Still languishing over Morris?
I suppose so.
I was wondering if you'd like to go out and see an Eric Romer film at the National Film Theatre.
Oh, Dickon, you are sweet.
I know you'd like Romer.
I do. And I badly need to get out of this flat.
Yes. It mightn't be a bad idea to tidy up a bit before you go out.
Less depressing to come home to, you mean?
Yes.
You sound like Mother.
Yes, I'll give you a hand if you like.
All right. Thanks.
It looks as if you haven't cleaned up for days.
I haven't. Can't be bothered.
Dear. Oh, Cress, is it very bad?
Yes, it's ghastly. How's Morris?
Noble in defeat, you might say.
Oh.
He hasn't been in touch.
Nope. I haven't seen him since last Tuesday, the day he didn't get the job. Oh, I don't know. When I went and saw him in that pathetic room, I was sure he'd come back. I thought I couldn't bring myself to ask him. So I go and I swallow my pride and trot round to see him. He doesn't even want to come back. He actually prefers living in that poky room with roses on the wallpaper and brown paintwork.
I suppose he's got his pride, too.
How do you mean?
Well, it must have been pretty humiliating for him, living in a room like that after being here with you. And his confidence must have taken quite a knock, Liz being promoted over his head.
I suppose so.
He looks very tired and drawn, that I can tell you.
Oh, poor Morris. Do you think I ought to go and see him again?
I think you ought to finish the washing up. Or start it, perhaps. And then I think you ought to come out with me to the NFT, and then see how you feel about getting in touch with Morris tomorrow.
Thank God for television. I said thank God for television. We'll have half an hour's peace. Cup of tea?
Yes, please.
You're looking very morose.
Well, I'm looking at all that timber lying out there in the garden, darling, for the extension that is not to be.
I must say, Arthur does have impeccable timing.
Doesn't he just?
Still, the great thing is he's going.
Yep.
I'd have thought you'd have been pleased.
Oh, I am. It's just that having braced myself to get the old sticker home till the end of his days, I feel somewhat put out to find my generosity being spurned.
Well, I do know what you mean. Still, it's going to be lovely to have the house to ourselves again.
I wonder if they'll give us our deposit back. Cuthbertson and Price.
I shouldn't think so for a minute.
Well, if they won't give us something, and they're not seeing their timber again, that's for sure. You could get a damn good price for that timber. Mr. Tully might even be able to use it.
You'll be making a profit on it next, darling.
Wonder if I could.
Peter Tyson, entrepreneur malgré lui. You're wasted on the under fives, darling.
I must say, the same thought occurs to me from time to time.
You're not having second thoughts about staying at home with the children, are you?
Relax, Liz. Of course I'm not having second thoughts. I enjoy being at home with the girls, really I do.
Promise?
Promise. And of course, when Father goes, and it won't be too long from what he says, Jeremy will be able to come back here again, too.
Yeah. It'll be nice to have him back again.
I'll say.
Here's your coffee, Cress. Sorry, I slopped it a bit. Someone nudged me as I moved away from the bar.
I'll forgive you.
Film starts in about 20 minutes.
Good.
NFT1. Oh, do cheer up, Cressy.
Oh, sorry. Oh, I must stop brooding on Morris. Tell me about you. How are you?
Well, actually, I'm glad you asked that.
Why? How are you?
Very much the same position as you. Unrequited and... Actually, Chris, can I ask you something?
Yes. What?
I mean, suppose you had a one-night stand with someone.
Yes.
Well, if you didn't want to go to bed with that bloke again, would that be because he was no good?
I don't know. It depends.
But if he was good, you would want to, but... do it again.
Possibly. I don't know. But I thought you didn't want to go to bed with her again.
Who?
The girl at the party.
Oh, no, not her. This is a different one.
My goodness, you have been busy.
Actually, I didn't ask that girl at the party if she wanted to see me again.
But your second conquest you did.
Yes. And she doesn't.
Who is she?
She's a pop singer.
A pop singer? Doesn't sound quite your type, Dickon.
Oh, she's very nice. She used to be a cellist.
Oh. How did you meet her?
I went to interview her for the Herald.
And then you asked her out?
No, well, we just found ourselves together, as a matter of fact.
Dickon, I don't believe it.
It's true.
Goodness.
I just wish I knew why she's not interested in me anymore.
Too busy with other journalists, perhaps?
Don't think it's me.
Oh, I don't know, love. Did you enjoy it?
Yes. Well, yeah, up to a point, though.
Oh, I know what you mean.
You do?
Well, at least I think I do. The sort of sex you mean, well, it's a bit mechanical. It's very different when you love someone.
Is it?
I think what you need is someone you're really fond of. I mean, I don't have vast experience. I've only been in love twice.
Chrissy, don't say any more. And don't look up.
What?
One of the blokes you were in love with is walking straight over here towards us.
Morris?
No, not Morris.
Oh, my God. It's Simon. Harold?
Yeah, when you went into labour, how often did your pains come?
Oh, when I went into labour, I just went. Bang. You know, one minute I was just getting this sort of vague, tight feeling, and the next minute, I was off.
Oh.
Why?
Well, I keep getting this pain every 10 minutes or so.
Every 10 minutes?
Yeah, I've been timing it.
What, you think you're in labour?
Well, I don't know. I don't know what labour feels like, do I? It hurts, but well, it's not that much.
I don't think you'll be under any illusions when you are in labour, Debbie. You'll know all right.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
Only I don't want the same thing to happen to me as it did to you.
Oh, why? It was all right, you know. I didn't have time to think about it. She just fell out, my one.
Yeah, well, I want to be safely in hospital. None of this back to nature stuff for me. Oh.
Yeah, let's feel. Oh, yeah. That's definitely a contraction, there is.
Do you think I ought to go into hospital just to be on the safe side?
Well, there's no point in going too early. They'll just send you home. Yeah. How long have you been having contractions like that?
About an hour.
Well, you could go and pack your bag.
You've got to be joking. I've had my bag packed for 10 days. Oh, it's coming again. That's not 10 minutes.
Oh, I had contractions on and off for a few days before I had moonshine.
Yeah, well, I don't want to run any risks. With my luck, I'd be one of the few women who still die in childbirth.
Of course you won't.
Look, I think I'd better go.
Look, if you wait half an hour, Vince will be in. He'll take you to the hospital.
I'd rather go now.
But, Debbie, how are you going to get there? You can't walk.
I'll take a cab.
On a Sunday afternoon? You'll never find one.
Oh, yeah.
Here, look, tell you what. Why don't I go and phone for a minicab and he can come here and pick you up?
All right.
Oh, don't be scared, Debbie. It's going to be all right, honest.
Yeah. I just wish I had someone to come and hold me hand, that's all.
Oh, look, I'll come and hold your hand.
You can't come. You've got to look after Moonshine.
Oh, yeah. Oh, how about phoning Dickon? You could tell him you're in labour.
Oh, he's no blooming use. He's the last person I want to see.
Well, I'll go and phone for a cab then.
Yeah.
You're all right for a few minutes while I'm gone?
Yes.
All right. Won't be long.
Yeah. Oh, Carol!
Yeah?
Phone Dickon too, will you?
Yeah.
Oh, is that Trudy Window? It's Dickon Firth. I interviewed you the other day for the Hampstead Herald.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I wondered if I could see you for a few minutes.
If you like. Look to your left. Through the window.
I didn't mean like that.
Hello, Pat. Look, I'm waving to you. How are you?
I didn't mean I wanted to see you like that. Can I come in and see you?
Come in and what?
But talk to you.
Well, I'm awfully busy.
Please.
Oh, all right. Just a moment and I'll lower the drawbridge.
Well, Ducky, what can I do for you?
I just wanted to see you again, that's all.
Well, I'm here. Take a good look.
No, I mean... Well, I wondered if I could take you out, maybe. To a concert or something.
I don't go out with men. Not to concerts.
Oh.
Bad for the image.
Well, there must be some way of us seeing each other. Could I come here?
Yeah, you could. If I asked you.
But you're not going to.
Look, I told you. I don't want emotional involvement. It gets everything all messy. I'm going to make it big, kid, and I don't want men.
But you must want something more than... Well,
Yeah?
well, you can't go on like this. Waylaying men who wander into your flat and then just discarding them.
Who says?
Do you want to do that?
Yeah, I do. And what's more, Sunshine, I don't want to lecture about it from a po-faced little squirt like you.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. Any time.
So, you don't want to see me anymore?
Not a lot, no.
I'd better go then.
Oh, so soon? Oh, no, stay.
Do you mean that?
Oh, look. Sit down. Do you want a glass of wine?
Yes, please.
Right. Uno momento. I've got some somewhere.
Trudy,
Yeah.
can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Well, the reason you don't want to see me again, is it because you didn't enjoy it?
No.
You did enjoy it.
It was all right. As these things go.
It could be better next time, when we get to know each other better.
But there isn't going to be a next time, Sunshine.
Why? Give me a chance. You don't know me yet.
Mm-hmm. Likely yet.
Well, you don't. Look, how are you ever going to form a relationship if you never get to know people?
Look, I told you I don't want to form a relationship.
Then you're missing out on a great deal.
Oh, yeah? You're the expert, are you? And how many relationships have you had?
Very few.
Look, as far as I'm concerned, men spell trouble.
You shouldn't generalize. Oh, give me a chance, Trudy. I might be different from the other men you've known.
Do you want to go to bed? No.
Well,
Oh, you're not different. The only different thing about you is that you crowd me in emotionally.
I haven't crowded you in. What have I done?
Oh, you don't have to do anything. I can feel it. You sort of give it off like waves. Need.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No. Look, finish your wine and go home, Dickon.
I wish you'd explain.
There's nothing to explain. Look, I don't want to see you anymore, okay? And why make something complicated out of something simple?
How are you doing, Mrs. Franks?
Terrible. They didn't tell me it was going to hurt like this.
Got a contraction? Now,
Yes.
try and remember what they taught you at your breathing classes, dear. Try and relax.
Relax.
Quite a strong contraction. Now, what I'm going to do, dear, after this contraction's over, I'm going to examine you. See how far dilated you are, all right?
Yeah.
Going now, the pain?
Yeah.
Now, I'm just going to examine you. Try and relax. You did go to the relaxation classes, did you?
Yeah.
Find them helpful?
They were all right. Just as long as you weren't actually in labour, they were fine.
Oh, it's all right. Finished now. Well, your one finger dilated.
One finger.
Yes, you've got a long way to go yet.
Oh, no.
Would you like something for the pain?
Yes, please. My back hurts.
There, don't cry. It's going to be all right. I'll go and get you the pethidine.
Nurse.
Yes?
No one's phoned, have they?
No, don't think so. Not yet, anyway.
Oh, no. Why isn't Dickon here?
Oh, God, I'm tired, Cliff.
Aye, how you look it and all.
Yes, Claire went straight to bed the moment we got back. Been an exhausting weekend.
But a successful one, yeah?
Oh, let's hope. Oh, another scotch?
Oh, no, thanks.
No, I was just looking at this room, thinking how fond I am of it.
Yeah, it is a nice room.
Yeah, I've been thinking about the sitting room in the house in Bath, too. Now, if I were to knock a wall through between the morning room and the sitting room, make a nice big through room, what do you think? Might be possible?
Well, I can't say. I'll have to see the room. Any load-bearing walls involved?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, maybe I'd like a bigger window in the kitchen, too.
We'll be gutting the place before you ever move in.
Yeah. No, I just wonder what you think. You know more about this sort of thing than I do. And I must say, it is rather exciting. You know, there are lots of things I'd like to have done here, but, well, we couldn't afford it. Yeah, come in. Oh, hello, Shirley.
Hello, sweetheart. I was just coming back down.
Oh, I just came up to see how you got on this weekend, Mike.
Oh, splendidly. I liked the house as much as Claire did, and Sue liked the garden.
And the solicitors are swinging into action tomorrow.
Yeah, well, that's marvellous. Aren't you lucky to get fixed up so quick?
Yes, we are. And of course, knowing this place is sold, we don't have to worry about mortgages or bridging loans or any of that sort of thing.
No.
You'll have to come down and see it when we're settled in.
I'd love to. As a matter of fact, I was just saying yesterday, Bath's one of the places where the Open University runs its summer school.
Is it? What? Are you going to Bath then?
I could do. I've got to fill in the forms this week.
Ah, well, then you must do that. Then you can come down and stay with us. It'd be lovely to see you.
Well, I'll put Bath down as my first choice then. You made up my mind for me.
Is that Dickens' phone again?
Yes, it's been ringing all evening. Someone must be desperate to get through.
Oh. Well, I hope that doesn't mean something's wrong. Oh, perhaps that's him now.
Yeah.
Dickon?
Hi.
Oh.
Is that my phone?
Yes, we've just been saying it's been going all evening. Hurry up and answer it. It must be important.
Hello?
Dickon!
Hello?
Oh, thank goodness I've got through to you.
Who is it?
It's Carol, you know, from the squat.
Oh, hello, Carol. Is something wrong?
Well, no, not really. It's just Debbie. She's gone into labour.
Golly. Is she all right?
Yeah, I think so. She's in hospital. But, look, the thing is, she was dead frightened when she went in. I think it suddenly hit her, like, you know, that she was having this kid all on her own.
Poor Debbie.
Yeah. Any road, she asked me to tell you.
Oh, well, what do you think I should do? I mean, I can't go and see her, can I?
Oh, I shouldn't think so. Well, not till she's had the baby.
Yeah.
But, well, you could phone. Send her a message, just so she knows you're thinking of her.
Right, that's a good idea. I'll do that. Thanks.
Great.
Bye.
Bye.
I brought you a cup of tea, Peter. I brought you a cup of tea.
Oh, darling, thank you. What time is it?
7.
Ooh, you're up early?
I woke thinking of all the things I've got to do today, and rather than lie in bed getting more and more anxious, I decided to get up and do some of them.
Children still asleep?
I heard a voice as I passed the twins' room.
No, that means we've got about 10 minutes before we're invaded.
If we're lucky.
Are you going back to bed?
I shouldn't, but, well, just for a minute.
Oh, darling, your feet are cold.
Oh, I'm sorry. House isn't very warm in the morning.
Snuggle up. That's nice. So, how long have you been up then?
Since 5:30.
5:30? Oh, please, honestly.
Well, I've got a lot done. An article on artificial insemination for the woman's page.
I thought you weren't doing the woman's page anymore.
I'm not, except for this week. Jill Moon's supposed to be taking it over, but she's so hopeless. She didn't see how she could start to do it immediately.
So you're doing it?
Well, I said I'd help. Actually, I'd planned this article a long time ago.
And editing the paper?
Well, I'm not doing that all on my own. Mike's still there. In some ways, it'll be easier when he's not.
How do you mean?
Well, the business of appointing Jill Moon as women's editor. I'd never have done that. But Mike just sort of swept over me. I was rather annoyed, actually.
Well, who else can do it? I mean, there isn't another woman available, is there? Not with Debbie Franks in the middle of having a baby.
I know. Unless we'd appointed a man.
A man? To edit the woman's page?
Oh, why ever not?
Well, I suppose no reason. It just seems a bit odd, that's all.
I'd rather have had a man than Jill Moon, I can tell you. Or at least have waited till we saw who answered the ad for a new reporter.
Oh, you are getting another reporter, then?
Yes, there's a limit to the number of appointments you can make from among the existing staff, even if you are as mean as Milton Monk.
When will he be appointed?
He or she.
Oh.
Well, there was an ad in the Herald on Friday, and we're advertising in the national press this week. The interviews aren't until next week.
Well, Mike won't have gone by then, will he?
No, not quite. So I'd have to make sure he doesn't bequeath me someone else I don't want.
Well, it sounds rather tricky to me to have you working in harness.
It is. He's awfully sweet, Mike. But now that I know I'm going to be in charge, I want to get on with it.
4. Oh, hello. Could you put me through to obstetrics, please? Thanks. Oh, good morning. I'm ringing to see how Miss Franks is. Still in labour? Is she... Yes, I see. Well, yes, you could tell her Dickon Firth phoned. Thank you. Dear. Poor Debbie.
Hi.
Hello, Rob. You're up early.
I haven't been to bed yet. Went out last night.
Nice time.
I suppose so. I'm bushed, though. What are you doing, sitting by the phone in your pajamas? You waiting for Trudy Window to phone or something?
No. No, I've been phoning the hospital about Debbie, actually. She went into labour yesterday.
She had the baby, then?
No, not yet.
She's having a long haul, isn't she?
Yes. I feel rather awful about it, as a matter of fact.
Why?
Well, I haven't been on awfully good terms with her recently. Apparently, Carol was trying to get hold of me all evening.
What were you supposed to do?
It's just it. Don't really know. But Debbie obviously wanted me to know she'd gone into hospital. She does... Well, I'm really the only person she's got. I mean, apart from Carol.
You better go round to the hospital with a bunch of flowers, I suppose. Once it's all over.
Yes.
Well, do you want some coffee?
Oh, yes, please. And I must get dressed. Where have you been, anyway?
Oh, I went out with Rocky. We met up with some friends of his, and one thing led to another.
Don't sound as if you enjoyed it much.
I did enjoy it, actually. It's just...
What?
Well, I don't know. It's all right for them, Rocky and the others. They're not working in the restaurant or the freezer plant all day long. One of the blokes there's an out-of-work actor, and Rocky seems to be able to take time off pretty well whenever he likes, so he can stay up all night, and it doesn't matter. But it's not for me, really.
You could tell Rocky you'll only see him on weekends.
Weekends is our busiest time at the restaurant.
Yeah. Well, whenever you're least busy, then.
Trouble is, we're busy all the time now. Matt's got these damn lunches.
Thought you said all that was sorted out. You got a night chef or something.
Yeah, well, he's all right. Here's your coffee.
Oh, thanks.
Well, what we really need now is some casual labour. Just to chop and pack, stuff like that.
It shouldn't be too difficult.
Yeah, except you don't want just anyone coming in. Not with it being right on top of where they live, the Priors.
And why not try the squat, where Debbie lives? I'm sure one of them might be glad of a few quid.
You know something, Dickon? You're not a B.A. Oxon for nothing.
Can't have, actually.
That's a marvellous idea. I'll speak to Matt about it today.
Right. Well, that seems to be fairly satisfactory. Everyone knows what they're doing this week, more or less, do they?
Yep.
Jill, you're happy, are you?
I think so. I can always ask Liz if I get stuck.
Anything you want to add, Liz?
I don't think so, Mike, thank you.
Right then. Well, that's that.
Actually, Mike, there's something I'd like to bring up.
Yes, Dickon?
But it's nothing to do with the paper, but while everyone's all together, I'd like to mention it.
Well, fine. We'll carry on.
Well, it's Debbie. You know, when she left, we never actually gave her a leaving present.
Well, I think we thought she was coming back, didn't we?
Well, I know, and she is, but the thing is, she's having the baby any minute. I thought it would be rather nice if we would have a whip round for a present for the baby.
Oh, yeah, that's a great idea.
Well, when's the baby due, Dickon?
Well, I'm not sure. She's been in labour since yesterday afternoon. I phoned a couple of times this morning, but there's no news yet. They just said she was in the delivery room.
Oh, poor old Debbie. Yeah. Well, look, Dickon, I'd be delighted to contribute to a present for her, but, well, I do think we should wait till the baby's born.
You don't think anything
I don't think anything, Dickon. It's just I'm superstitious about things like that.
Oh. Well, I've no doubt we'll have news of Debbie soon. Will you let us know when you hear something, Dickon, and take contributions from those who want to contribute? Okay. Anything else? Right. We can adjourn. Liz, can I just have a word with you in my office? Well, that was quite a successful editorial meeting, I'd say.
Yes. Though Morris was very quiet, wasn't he?
Yes, and I think he's accepted the situation. Or he's resigned to it, at least. Now, Liz, what I wanted to talk to you about... Oh, Dan, come in.
Hello. My name's Graham McFarlane. Are you the editor?
Yes.
Oh, sorry,
no,
Mike.
not at all, my mistake.
You mean you both edit the Herald?
No, I'm editor for the next couple of weeks, and then my colleague here will be taking over from me.
Oh, really? I didn't know the editor was a lady. Editress, I should say. That's very unusual, isn't it?
Well, there aren't too many of us about.
What can we do for you, Mr.
McFarlane. Graham McFarlane? Well, actually, I've come about the job.
The job?
The one you advertised. Reporter on this paper?
Oh, we're not seeing candidates till next week.
No, I realise that. I just thought I'd come in, suss the paper out a bit, make myself known. I'm really very impressed by this paper, you see.
You are?
Yes. You must be Mr. Nash, I suppose.
I am.
And you're...
Liz Warner.
Liz Warner, the woman's page editor. Oh, listen, I wanted to tell you. I think your page is just great. That series on mothers and daughters, was that your idea?
Yes.
Oh, that was fantastic.
Let me warn you, Mr. McFarlane. Flattery will get you nowhere with Miss Warner.
Oh, but I'm not flattering her, truly. Well, I'm not a flatterer. I'm just a natural enthusiast. You don't have too many of them over this side of the world, I've noticed.
Where are you from?
Can't you tell? I'm from Australia, Melbourne. And I'm very interested in women's pages. I've got a theory about them.
Yes,
I used to edit a women's page, as a matter of fact, on a paper in Melbourne.
Did you? My husband was just saying this morning you don't come across many men doing that job.
Listen, if you think it's odd in this country, can you imagine how it's regarded in Australia? I tell you, I got called all the pifters under the sun.
Mr. McFarlane, excuse me, but I was trying to discuss something with Miss Warner.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, your secretary said she thought you must be busy.
But you barged in anyway.
Yeah, I never take no for an answer. That's what makes me such a good reporter. Listen, I'm sorry if you've got things to talk about. I don't want to keep you. Maybe some other time when you've got a few moments, I can tell you my theory about women's pages.
At the interview, perhaps.
I'll look forward to that. I'll be putting in my application this week. I've got some bits and pieces from that woman's page in Melbourne I was telling you about. If you like, I can send them to you.
Well, why don't you enclose them with your letter of application?
Fine, I will. Well, thanks very much for seeing me. See you again, I hope. And you too, Mr. Nash.
I sincerely hope not.
Why? Didn't you like him?
Not a lot, no.
I thought it was rather nice.
Oh, well, yes, well, he was trying to get round you, wasn't he?
Was he?
Well, I thought so. Anyway, don't want an Australian?
Don't we?
Well, of course, it's up to you, Liz. You're the boss from now on, but I can't help feeling if you take that fellow on, you'll be biting off a lot more than you can chew.
One more load and that's it.
Peter, do my eyes deceive me, or is that a lorry from Cuthbertson and Price outside?
It is, Father.
Delivering more timber?
They're not delivering it, Father. They're taking it away.
Taking it away?
Yes, they were very cooperative when I told them I'd stop their check. They had a lorry round within half an hour.
Was that ethical of you, Peter? I take it you had a contract with them that you wanted this work done.
I don't care whether it was ethical or not. I don't want the extension built now, and that's that.
You may not want it done, Peter. As usual, I was not consulted.
Well, it doesn't concern you anymore. You said you were going to live with George.
No, Peter, you said that. I merely said I had been offered a place in his house.
But you were going to accept, weren't you?
Peter, I should have thought it would be apparent that that was a decision which required some thought.
Well, Father, I'm sorry, but I understood you to say that you would be moving to Waggoners Walk with George. You distinctly said how pleasant it was going to be to live away from those squabbling children.
Well, that would be a distinct advantage, certainly.
But you haven't decided yet.
No.
Well, when you have, Father, perhaps you'd let me know. And then we can start all over again with this ridiculous and expensive business of building you a suite of rooms all of your own.
There is no need to raise your voice,
In the
Peter.
meantime, if you'll excuse me, I'll just go and see to the children.
Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. What a difficult man he is.
She's coming round.
Where am I?
You're in the delivery room, Mrs. Franks. You've had the baby. Had a little boy. Now we're just going to clean you up, dear. Then we'll put you in a fresh nightie and take you up to the ward. I'm just going to wash your face. You did very well. How are you feeling?
So.
That's the forceps. You had to have a general anaesthetic, you see. The head was so high. Now give me your hand. You'll feel better when you've had a good wash.
Is he all right?
The baby's fine.
Can I see him?
Not tonight. Give me your other hand.
Where is he?
He's gone down to the intensive care unit for tonight.
Why? What's the matter with him?
He had a hard time too, you know. Wasn't very nice for him either, that long labour.
What's the matter with him?
Nothing. Just want to keep an eye on him overnight. You can see him tomorrow. Lie down.
I can't. I think I'm going to be sick.
Everybody home?
Yeah, I'm here. Hi, Jeremy, Rob.
Hi.
Hello, Matt.
Had a good swim then?
Oh, yes, brilliant. I swam a whole width underwater.
Sure. Did you, Margot? How far did you swim, Rob?
Oh, Rob didn't swim much today.
Didn't you? That's not like you.
Said he was tired.
Yeah. Hey, he's looking a bit tired. Jeremy, why don't you go and hang up your swimming things, eh?
Oh, must I?
Yes.
Oh.
Who is she then?
What?
Come on, don't try and kid me. It's all these late nights you're having, isn't it? Out on the town with the ladies, huh?
Some might say it was all the long days I'm having, in with the chefs in the kitchen.
Yeah, don't give me that. At your age, hard work never did anyone any harm.
Yeah, well, before you get into your old man's reminiscences, can I put a proposition to you?
Cheek. Well, what is it?
It's madness using trained chefs to chop and pack.
Look, if you're going to suggest a whole lot of new technology, Rob, you can forget it. I've neither the money nor the space to install a whole lot of machinery.
No, I never said anything about machinery.
Oh. Well, what do you have in mind, then?
Getting someone unskilled in to do it.
Ah, I see. Got some friend down on his luck who wants a job, have you?
You know something, Matt. You've got a really suspicious mind.
Is it any wonder dealing with you? I haven't forgotten the day you left me stranded in my bar.
Yeah, well, sorry about that.
So, where are you going to get this unskilled labour from?
Well, we could advertise at the local job centre, or we could put an ad in the Herald.
Or you could put it about among your friends.
Yeah?
You have got someone lined up, haven't you?
No, I haven't. Look, Matt, do you agree it's a good idea in principle?
Yes, if we get the right person. But I don't want any passengers, and I don't want some clown who's diddling the Social Security either. Other than that, fine. Go ahead, set it up.
Hello, Shirl. Sorry I'm late, love.
Not, are you? I didn't think you'd be home for another half hour.
Well, I wanted to be home early. I told Donald I'd help Jessie over at the pub this evening, and he's going out.
Oh. So did you leave the college early, then?
Yeah, only a bit, though. I told him I had to see the doctor.
Oh, Cliff, honestly.
Hey, you look really nice, Shirley, standing there in that apron. I don't know, you seem to have got prettier since you started working at the Herald.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. What's for supper?
I was late in. I thought we'd just have an omelette.
Oh, that's good. I can be over at the Waggoners by 7 o'clock then. No word from George, I suppose?
No, not so far anyway.
I don't suppose we'll ever hear any more about the agreement to make the flat over to us. You just carry on as if it had never been mentioned.
Well, let's just wait and see, shall we?
You've got more faith than I have, Shirley. Yeah, he's a real little worm, that man. Just as well your mother isn't alive to see it. She wouldn't have liked this side of him, you know.
Look, I don't want to hear talk like that, Cliff. I'm not in the mood for it.
All right. Sorry, I spoke. How long's the omelette going to be?
Oh, about 5 minutes.
Great. Have you seen the paper?
It's there, on the dresser.
Oh, yeah.
And Cliff, before you sit down and bury yourself in the paper, Debbie had her baby today.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Is that all you've got to say?
What do you want me to say?
Well, it's your baby, too. Don't you even care whether it's a boy or a girl?
Not a lot, no. What is it?
It's a boy, and she had a very difficult time having him.
Yeah?
Yeah. He's in intensive care.
Well, it's not my fault, Shirley. Come on, you talk as if it's my fault.
It is your fault. You've got her pregnant.
Oh, God, here we go.
Well, you did. And she's had 24 hours of it having him. The poor little thing's in the intensive care unit, and you don't even care.
I'm going over to the pub.
And you don't give two pins, do you, about anyone?
I'll see you later.
But you haven't had your omelette. Oh, there.
Bitter and 2 gin and limes, please.
2 pints of bitter, 2 gin and limes coming up.
Have a drink yourself.
Oh, don't you be offering him any more. He's had enough to drink already.
Who says I've had
I'm
enough?
on my own with him here this evening. If he goes on that way he's begun, I'll be stepping over him to serve you all before the night's out.
Oh, taking advantage of the fact the boss is away, are you?
No, not at all. I'm celebrating, right? 2 pints of bitter.
Oh, Cliff.
Only one, I'm afraid. The other one's all over the counter.
Oh, how did I manage to do that?
You're drunk. That's your problem, Cliff. Look, I'll wipe that up, and you draw the gentleman another pint.
All right.
Good job he isn't celebrating every evening.
Celebrating? He isn't
Who
celebrating.
says I'm not celebrating? It's not every day you get a sunburn here, you know.
Never got a son. What are you talking
And what's
about?
more, you're all going to drink to him. Hey, listen, everybody.
Excuse me, but could I have my 2 gin and limes, please, before you start addressing the old pub?
No, you could not. You and shut up and wait till I'm ready to serve you, right?
What?
Just because you've got a nice suit on, don't think you own a flaming place.
It's all right. I'll get you drinks, dear. I am sorry about this.
Listen, everybody. Hey, listen. Listen! Now, it's drinks on the house. I want you all to drink to my son.
Drinks on the house! I'll have 7 pints to the table.
7 pints. Come in.
I hope you don't mind me calling unannounced like this, but I've had a word with the solicitor, and I thought you'd want to know. Oh, Shirley, have you been crying?
Oh, no. No, it's all right, George. It's nothing.
Oh, you have, haven't you?
Yes, but it's nothing important.
Oh, sure. Oh, dear. I hope you haven't quarrelled with Cliff.
No, not that. I'd really much rather not talk about it, George. Shall I make you a cup of coffee?
Oh, thank you. That would be very nice.
Right. Kettle's just boiled. You sit down, I'll get you one.
Mm-hmm.
You're saying about the solicitor, George?
Oh, yes. Yes. Well, I spoke to him on the phone this morning and explained the position.
Oh, yeah.
And he said there's nothing to stop us doing as Cliff suggested.
Oh, good.
But he did say it would be a good idea to work out who was going to pay for any alterations.
Well, Cliff would want to do them himself.
I know that, Shirley, but there is the cost of the materials. And, well, my resources are going to be tied up in actually buying the house.
Oh, well, I dare say if we're not paying any rent, we'd be able to afford them.
Oh, Shirley, that's what I was hoping you would say. Will you discuss it with Cliff, then?
Yes, all right.
Because it'll have to be written into the agreement, you see, if there are to be any alterations.
Yes. There's your coffee, George. I'll put some sugar in.
Did you? Oh, thanks very much. Well, so provided Cliff agrees, we're all set. In 2 years, you'll own the leasehold for this flat.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great, George. It really is.
I must say, Shirley, I was most impressed the way Cliff came up with that idea and went and saw a solicitor.
Yes, it's good.
It just shows. You see, he can be responsible when he wants to.
Oh, yeah. When he wants to.
Come along now, please, gentlemen. It's part time.
Can I have your glasses now, please?
It's a wonder you're still on your feet, mate.
Just so stupid. I'll bring you under the table any day.
Cliff, I'll take those. You're going to drop them.
All right.
Good night, mate. Oh, and congratulations.
Oh, thank you very much.
Night, Ben.
Night, Matt.
Hi, Harry.
Hi, love.
Right. That's found on. I'll put the bolt on. Oh, dear, else they wouldn't put their blooming fag ends in their glasses.
Oh, why shouldn't they?
Oh, you aren't half going to have a head in the morning, Cliff.
Yeah, well, it's not every night you become a father.
I don't know what you're on about, love.
Well, of course, if Shirley's mum hadn't gone and married George Underdown, we'd have had all her money.
Is that right?
Yeah. Because, Jessie, I'm telling you, that man has stolen the money that rightfully belongs to my wife.
Oh, I'm sure George wouldn't do that. He's such a nice man.
Oh, that's what you think, darling. You don't know him. I do. And I know he's a con man.
Oh,
He's
no.
deprived my wife of her inheritance, right? And what's more, I've had enough. I'll only be pushed round any more, and I'm going round there to tell him that right now.
I don't think you should go anyway. I think you should go home.
I am going to see George. I'm not standing for it a moment longer. Hey, George! I want to talk to you. Come on, George.
Yes? What is it? Is something wrong?
Come down. I want to talk to you.
Miss, you're drunk. I'm insane.
I want to talk to you, George, because I have had enough, right? You are a thief, George, and an interfering old busybody. And I don't want to live in your ruddy house, George. You can stuff your flat. We don't want it.
Come on, Mrs. Kennedy, wake up. Your baby's crying.
Oh, blimey. It's not time to feed him again, is it?
Oh, I'm afraid so. Hello, Mrs. Franks, and how are you this morning? All right. Your baby's okay, and we'll be bringing him up to the later on this morning.
Oh, good.
Ah, good morning, Mrs. Samuels. How are you this morning?
Hey, you've had a nice long sleep, haven't you? Have I? Yeah. Been asleep ever since they brought you up here. Didn't even wake up when your husband come in. I haven't got a husband. Well, your boyfriend or whatever. Ever such a nicely spoken young man. He bought you a bottle of whiskey and that little black cat for luck. He told me to tell you. Oh, thanks. I'm Mavis, by the way. Hello. You had a rough time of it by the sound of things. Yeah. I had a rough time with my first one. He was forceps too. And blimey, was I in a state after it. That's why they had me in this time. Yeah, but it was easy. It's funny, isn't it? I come in at 7 o'clock, and I didn't think I was in labour, but I must have looked a bit funny because the man in the lift, he asked me if I wanted to sit down. And when they examined me, they put me straight in the delivery room, and she was born within half an hour. Oh, lovely when they're this age. Oh, right, I suppose. Lovely little heads they've got. Here, they're going to bring you your baby. Yeah, but not till later. I think he's in intensive care. Oh, I didn't know that. I thought he was in the nursery along with the others. Intensive care, eh? I am sorry. What's the matter with him? Dunno. You should ask him. They never tell you anything if you don't ask. Yeah, I will. Do we get a cup of tea here? Yeah, they'll be bringing it round in a minute. This your first baby, then? Yeah, and the last, I hope. Don't want to go through all that again. Oh, you might not have to. Like I say, my first one, everything that could go wrong did. But this one, no problems. Yeah, you said. She's a big girl, too. £9 4 ounces. How big was your one? Dunno. My son was only £7 14 ounces. Really? Yeah, and there's a woman up the ward. She had one 11 pounds odd. Blimey. Oh, look at that. She's finished her bottle already. Oh, you are a hungry girl, aren't you? I better go and ask the nurse for some more. Do you think I'm allowed to get up? I should think so. You better ask, though. Oh, you're sore, aren't you? I can tell by the way you're moving. Yeah, I was sore last time, too. I'm a bit this time, but not nearly so bad. Yeah, but you want to talk to Catherine. She's the girl up the end of the ward. They give her special heat treatment for the bruising. Oh. There she is now. Catherine! Hey, Catherine, this lady here's got the same problem as you. When you've weighed the baby, can you come over and talk to her? Oh, God. Do I have to?
Oh, my God.
Oh, turn it off, Cliff.
What? Oh.
The alarm. Turn it off.
Oh, God.
Oh. Well, you had quite a night last night, didn't you? You were paralytic when you came in. I had to undress you.
Oh, did you?
Don't you remember?
No, I don't remember anything after about 10 o'clock. Oh, Shirley, I'm sorry. Oh, I feel awful.
Yeah, well, don't expect any sympathy from me.
I'm sorry, love. I didn't mean to get drunk like that. Really.
It's a bit late saying that now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Don't know what they must have thought of you over at the Waggoners. Barman behaving like that.
Why, did somebody say something?
What do you mean?
Nothing. I just thought that someone might have come over who'd been in there to tell you I was drunk.
Well, why should anyone want to do that?
I don't know. I just thought they might do. Oh, darling, I feel terrible.
No, the only person who came round last night was George about the flat.
Oh, yeah?
He says his solicitor says it's all right, provided we pay for the alterations.
Oh.
Blimey, you are feeling it, aren't you? Thought you'd have something to say about that.
Shirley, all I can think about now is how ill I feel. I've had a hangover like this for a hell of a long time.
Oh, well, I suppose I'd better get up and make you a cup of coffee.
No, I don't think I could drink it, Shirley. Just the thought of it makes me feel sick.
You are a fool, Cliff.
I know. I'm sorry, Shirley. Really, I am.
I don't know why you keep apologising to me.
I just wish it hadn't happened, that's all. Oh, my head.
Well, I'm getting up anyway. Oh, it's a nice day.
Shirley,
Yeah?
you couldn't ring up Enfield for me, darling. Could you just tell him I won't be in?
Cliff Edwards, you're not having another day off.
Shh, I'll go in later, Shirley. I can't go in now. I'm just too ill.
Well, you ring them up and tell them that then. I'm not doing your dirty work for you.
Hi, Cliff. Shouldn't you be in room 21?
No, Des, I got to see the centre manager.
Oh, trouble?
Yeah, sounds like it.
Oh, well, best of luck.
Thanks. My supervisor said you wanted to see me, Mr. Mason.
Oh, yes. Cliff Edwards, aren't you? Carpentry.
Oh, that's right.
Well, come in, Mr. Edwards. Shut the door. You were supposed to see me this morning, weren't you?
Yes, I wasn't in this morning, actually. I wasn't well. I did phone.
Yes. Well, you don't look too well. You're sweating. Heavy nights?
No, nothing like that. I think I've got a touch of gastric flu, actually.
But you came in anyway.
Oh, yes.
You don't come in every day when you're off colour, do you?
I suppose I have had a few days off, yes.
You see, Mr. Edwards, I wanted to see you because your supervisor isn't happy about your progress.
Oh?
Your assessment when you first joined this course was above average.
Oh, yes, I know.
Well, on the most recent assessment, it's well below most of the class. And your supervisor said you thought you were a cut above everyone else in the course. He said he thought you weren't prepared to put the work in. Arrogant was the word he used.
Mr. Mason, I can explain.
And the fact is, he says that you're not that good either. You're slipshod.
I see.
You're finding the course difficult, Mr. Edwards?
Difficult? No, it's not difficult.
Then why are your marks slipping?
I don't know.
Your timekeeping's bad. You take days off.
Yes, well, I'm sorry.
You see, Mr. Edwards, it's like this. It costs £4,000 for us to train you. Now, some of that comes from the EEC, but most of it comes from the British taxpayer. Do you really think it's fair for you to take up a place at a course like this if you're not prepared to put your back into the work?
No, I suppose it isn't.
Well, I'm putting you on a warning, Mr. Edwards. Either you change your attitude or we terminate you. It's as simple as that.
People are messy, aren't they? I mean, look at this tablecloth, Lynn.
I know. Oh, well, put another one on.
Right.
I'd better make some cream caramel for this evening, I think. Those four at table 5 practically polished this one off.
Isn't there another one in the fridge?
Oh, yes, there is, Rob. I saw it this morning.
Are you sure? I think this was it. I'll just go and check.
Good Lord. What on earth's that?
There's someone at the door. Sorry, we're closed.
Is Rob there?
He wants Rob. Let him in, Sophie.
Oh.
Rob, there's someone to see you.
Look, I'm sorry to disturb you. I was just passing by. I wondered if Rob might have an hour or two off this afternoon.
Well, he is free until 5, in fact.
Rob's just coming.
Oh, thanks. It's really a very pleasant little restaurant you have here.
Thank you.
Rocky.
Oh, hi, Rob. Hope you don't mind my barging in like this. I understand from this charming young lady you've got a couple of hours off.
Well, not quite yet,
Well,
Rocky.
you can go now if you want to, Rob. After all the extra work you put in last week, you deserve some time off.
Are you sure?
Of course. As long as you're back this evening.
All right. Well, I'll just get my coat then.
Take your time. There's no hurry. And ladies, please don't let me detain you if you have any work you want to get on with.
Yeah, well, I'll just go and get the carpet sweeper.
Have you come far, Mr.
Rollins. Rocky Rollins. No, I don't live too far away. When I'm in England, that is.
Right, I'm ready.
Oh, you are you? Fine. Let's go.
All right, bye, Lynn. Bye, Sophie.
Bye.
Bye, Rob.
Bye. Nice meeting you.
Well, fancy that. Rocky Rowland. Isn't he a designer?
Yes.
He's got a Porsche parked across the street.
Has he? Oh, perhaps that's what made Rob forget all about the cream caramel.
Sophie, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Hi, Debbie.
Oh, Carol, hi. It was moonshine.
I left her with Vince. They don't like kids in hospital, do they? Well, not with newborn babies around any road. Here, brought you some daps.
Oh, Carol, thanks.
How are you, Deb?
Oh, still in one piece, just.
And how's Eve?
Oh, he's all right. Come round inside, have a proper look.
Oh, Debbie, he's lovely.
They only brought him up here after lunch. They had him in intensive care till then.
What's the matter with him?
Nothing. They just wanted to be sure. What with it being a difficult delivery. Apparently he was slow to breathe and they were worried about brain damage.
No, you wouldn't think it to look at him, would you? He's a smasher.
I think he would.
Why?
Well, dirty great bruises on his head. He's ugly.
I keep telling her the bruises will go. That's just the forceps.
They will go.
My Alan was exactly the same. He was a forceps delivery too.
If she says another word about her Alan and her forceps delivery, I'll scream.
Bit of a pain, is she?
They all are. Yattering on about their deliveries and their stitches and how much their kids weigh. They don't think about anything else.
Well, it is quite important. I mean, when you've just given birth.
Yeah, well, all I want to do is to forget the whole thing. Get back to work as soon as I can.
Has anyone else been in to see you?
Yeah, Dickon came. Apparently I slept right through that. I had some flowers from Liz Warner. Oh, wait a minute. I'll show you something. Look at this.
Oh, a greetings telegram.
Yeah, read it.
Congratulations and best wishes, Cliff and Shirley Edwards.
She sent that. Unbelievable, isn't it? She just can't keep her nose out of it.
You're late tonight?
Aye, well, I thought I'd stay on a bit longer tonight, Shirley. Do a bit of extra work sort of thing. I've seen I was late this morning.
Oh, yeah. Doesn't sound like you.
No. Oh, it's just something I wanted to finish.
Oh?
Hey, you seem a bit down, love. Is something wrong?
Well, yes, there is, Cliff, as a matter of fact. It's about last night.
Oh, somebody been talking to you?
Yes, they have, as it happens.
Oh, God, Shirley, look, I'm sorry, darling. I was drunk. I don't know what came over me.
Funnily enough, I thought I heard someone shouting in the street last night, but I never thought of it being you.
Yeah, well, I was drunk, Shirley.
But, Cliff, to go round and shout at George, of all people.
What?
Especially after he'd agreed to make the flat over to us. And the things you said. Terribly hurt, Cliff.
Shirley, listen, I really am sorry, but I just don't remember a thing about it.
Waggoner's Walk was written by Margaret Simpson and directed by Anton Gill and Penny Lester. And tomorrow's episode is at 5:05.